In this video, I'm going to be talking about the different types of leads, how they're generated, what the purpose of them is, how it can affect the business and the progression or performance of the sales rep. Let's just get straight into it. There are two types of leads, and that's a warm lead and a cold lead. Start with what a warm lead is. Surface level, a warm lead offers a business and a sales rep somebody's name, their mobile number, their email address, and essentially the go-ahead that they want to be contacted by the business or the salesperson. These can be generated in a number of ways, whether that's through different forms of advertisement, so social media advertisement, email marketing, physical advertisement, not really as much nowadays. The purpose of that is to give the salesperson something to work with, stress-free. They've got it on a plate, give these people a call and sell to them because they're already interested. Essentially, a business will, whatever form of lead generation they use to get the warm leads. What I've seen in my personal experience is basically a creative, so an image or like a short format video posted on social media, for example, and advertised. Basically, it's very quick and engaging, does what it says on the tin. This is why you should get involved sort of thing. Facts, figures, just a bang in your face, inquire now. If the ad is successful, that is exactly what somebody will do. They click on the ad, fill out their contact details, contact preferences, yada yada yada. That goes to the business and it will be distributed to a sales rep. For example, I worked at a whiskey investment firm. We were working with warm leads. The ads, when they were good, on the good days, they would be something along the lines of Scottish whiskey has performed like this over the past 10 years, doing this, it's doing that, get involved. Inquire now. Quick, engaging, gives people a reason to get involved sort of thing. I would then call these people and I'd have an expectation of the sort of conversation I was going to be having. So I'm talking to somebody who has basically approached me. They're interested in this product or service that I'm offering them. So I could go into the call kind of knowing how it might go potentially. I'll introduce myself. They'll say if they got the time to talk, and if they do, I can give them a pitch, ask a bit about why they were interested, what sort of capital they have to play with, yada yada yada. That's how the call should go, and then further down the line I will be able to get the close and sell the product to them, which was a cask of whiskey or multiple casks, etc. You get the picture. On the bad days, the ads were I found out, fill your details in, enter this competition to win a free bottle of whiskey. I couldn't do fuck all with that. When I'm calling people up going, oh hi John, it's Keilan from Whiskey Investment, wanted to see why you're interested in investing sort of thing, and they'd be like, well I'm not, because actually I entered a competition to win a free bottle of whiskey, so have I won? And I'm like, no, but you can buy your own cask for $5,000. And John hangs the phone up, and that's a fucking wasted lead. The business has wasted money on the advertisement for that lead, wasted mine and John's time. I can't get any better as a salesperson by having calls like that. I can try my best to try and sell a Ferrari to John when he's actually coming in the shop to look for a Honda. I take from that is good warm leads are relying on quality advertisement with the creatives, email marketing, etc. You get the picture. Cold leads or cold calling, very different. So you don't have anything to go with, basically. In E-TOTO's market, for example, going on like Google Maps and typing in watch stores in London, jewelry stores in London, basically scrolling through the search results on Google Maps, looking at the different companies, looking at their reviews, how many. They've got hundreds of reviews, they're probably too big for us, but we'll have a look on the website anyway, look at their socials, see what sort of size they are, if they're within our sort of remit, give them a call. But beforehand, we have to do our own sort of research. I'll go on LinkedIn and see who works there, I'll go on Companies House, find out who the directors are, for example, so I know who I should be calling when I call up. You basically have to generate all the leads yourself. It's far more flexible because we get to choose, and if you're cold calling a business, you get to choose who you want to work with. You get to choose who you want to talk to because you come up with that yourself. If you want to speak to the office manager, you're targeting office managers. If you want to speak to HR, you speak to HR. If you want to speak to the business owner, you know who to go for, you get to choose, and yeah, it's far more flexible from that point of view. Cold calling, you're approaching them, so you have to have a good introduction, you have to have a good reason for them to spend time on the phone with you because they don't owe you that. You're calling them up out of the blue, they don't know who you are, you need to give them a good reason in the first 30 seconds, well, not even that, the first 10 seconds to stay on the phone with you. What I've been using recently is, John, it's Keilan James Devereaux from E-TOTO Media. how you doing? Say, yeah, all good. How can I help? Say, John, I will cut to the chase. You know we've never spoken before. Really want to work with you. I think we could add value to each other's businesses. Have you got a couple of minutes for me to give you some context behind that? And I found that has worked really, really well because it's a little bit different. You know, John isn't getting calls 90% of the time for people going with a bold approach like that. I imagine most people would be going in like, John, hi, it's so-and-so from so-and-so. Are you interested in marketing services? You know, quite timid maybe. We can have a lot of fun with it because ultimately the approach we have, the different things we try, the success we have affects us. You know, we're trying to put money in our back pocket and keep a business afloat and grow it. I don't know, I feel like you can have a lot more fun when it's fully in your control in terms of you've got to make this work if you want to get the appointment out of it and get the sale sort of thing. You're talking to another human being. We're not talking to big corporate companies where the CFO definitely doesn't have time to talk to you about marketing. You go very far being able to cold call. You know, it's just great experience in developing as a salesperson, being able to cold call effectively. But just make sure you're targeting the relevant people. You know, if you're trying to sell a certain product or service, you need to think about who is going to buy that from you and hit them directly. You're going straight to them, big and bold, give them a reason to want to talk to you. Try anything, just try anything, ask questions, listen to them, handle their objections, think about what they could object to. I mean, the first thing is, no, not interested, don't have the time to talk to you. You can handle that with, okay, if now's not a good time, when are you going to get a few minutes? Because what we have to offer could add a lot of value to you. If they're not interested, why not? Is it the time? Is it just things like that? Why aren't you interested? Even if you just ask that, just very vague, get them to do the talking. If they're not interested, don't try and keep them on the phone and be pushy and sell to them. Don't chase and replace them. There's so many people out there you can try and sell to. But yeah, if there's anything that you took from this and you felt resonated with you, feel free to let us know below. What is your best introduction when making a B2B cold call or a B2C cold call? What do you find works really well when trying to get people on the phone and stay on the phone? And yeah, what do you think you could do better in your next one?